Hey guys, this is Jenny, and this is our Reiki Restorative class, and we have a visitor today. It's funny because I always teach out in my garage, and he never wants to come with me, but for some reason he was not having it any other way than to come out here with me. So I figure he can sit with us today while we practice our Reiki Restorative. You guys at home probably have your own babies around as well, so um, today we're going to be doing our Reiki Restorative class, and before we get started, I thought we would just chit chat a little bit about making other people feel loved. And I think a lot of times we think, sometimes we're just in survival mode. We're just, oh my gosh, the door is open. Hold on. So sorry. There we go. Wouldn't matter if I didn't have this little one in here. Otherwise, I'd be chasing him all over the place. So as I was saying, I think a lot of the times we're in survival mode and we're just doing what we can to survive ourselves, and we're not really thinking about the ways that we can impact the people around us all the time. But I think what's important to remember too is that it doesn't have to be this grand gesture, right? Most of the time to make other people feel loved, it's the little things. It's the little stuff that we can do. I mean, we totally discount the power of just a smile, making real eye contact with somebody, smiling at them, genuinely asking them how they're doing, things of that nature. And so, just thinking about what are those little things that I can be doing all the time to leave those little markers behind, those little markers of love in my life experience and with the people that I come across, and, taking the pressure off of it and not having it have to be this big, huge, grand gesture, like I said, but that it can be these smaller gestures that go the longest way. And it's all about the sincerity. That's really all that matters. I think that the biggest gift that we can give anybody ever, and I firmly believe this, is the gift of being seen. And to be seen doesn't mean, that I have to be fake or do all these big things. It just means that I'm having a genuine moment with somebody. I'm being willing to witness them. I'm willing to be in their presence and to listen sometimes even for a moment, right? Just to be in the flow of the giving and receiving. And, I think we forget about this a lot when we're dealing with people who cater to the general public and do things for us, complete these services for us or help us at the grocery store when we're checking out or carrying our groceries to the car, and just little things like that. Those are the greatest times and places to make people feel seen and appreciated, that they have value. And so today we could just be thinking a little bit more about am I offering those little bits of myself? Am I making people feel loved and seen? Am I genuinely, connecting to the people in my life? And remembering that the genuine part is key. I think one of the things that society has conditioned a lot of us to do is that when we talk to somebody, we ask them, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? And then they're truthful with us. Perhaps they're not having a great day. Maybe they are having a really challenging time. And that person vocalizes that to us or shares that information with us on some level. And instead of just being compassionate and listening and witnessing and just being in gratitude for their ability to be vulnerable and to share on that level with us, that's not easy. It's not easy for any of us because, like I said, it's a social program. To not share, to play like you're so tough and you're so strong and that you don't need anybody else and all of this other kind of stuff. So when people trust you enough to allow themselves to be vulnerable with you, that's a huge gift. I think I read something I think it was Jeff Brown that wrote a little thing blurb about that recently, and I thought that's truly, it's such a gift when people share that stuff with us, and remembering I don't have to fix it. I think a lot of us get uncomfortable because we don't know what to do, or we've been so taught to hide our own trauma. And you don't need to do anything other than be present, listen, witness. We're not going to fix it for them. We're not here to tell them that it doesn't matter, that it's not a big deal, or they need to get over it, or any of those kinds of things, or just immediately the conversation's over. You are engaged until they told you, perhaps, that they weren't in the best place, or maybe you've had that happen to you, right? Or you're going through a tough time and you share that with somebody and immediately the conversation's done. They no longer have interest in what's going on with you. And that should tell you what a great marker of like who deserves a seat at your table and who doesn't, right? But to make somebody feel loved in those kinds of situations, you simply just have to say, man, I am really sorry to hear that. Like, I'm sorry that you're feeling challenged right now. And, my heart's with you. And is there anything that you need from me? Is there anything that I can do right now that's going to help you at all? Those are the kinds of conversations that make people feel seen and heard and witnessed and loved. And so remembering, like, we're not just doing this with the stalkers at the grocery store, or the people who are taking our groceries to the car, or the people who are waiting on us at the restaurant. This happens in our family too. A lot of times we get so busy with life and so into the stuff that we're doing that we don't stop and talk to the people in our own home sometimes and just be like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Are you okay right now? Are you happy? What's great? What doesn't feel great? Like, what's going on with you? And is there anything I can do to help you at all? Is there anything that you need from me right now? And just sharing those kinds of intimate moments with each other, like family and friendship and life, connectedness, all of these relationships are meant to uplift us, to inspire us, to give us hope, safety, security, comfort, connection, right? So how can I foster these relationships that are significant to me, that hold priority for me? Am I making the people in my life feel loved? Am I ensuring that I'm still engaged and connected and I'm not letting life sweep me up so that I'm no longer engaged anymore? So let's just be thinking about that during our practice today. And so I kind of like how we did last time, because we did this gradient thing of like these child's pose postures essentially. And today what we're going to be doing is more of like heart opening postures. So we're going to do it at different grades, different levels. And I'm really excited to do that, because what I love about this is whenever then we tell you, like, or you hear another teacher tell you, or you're doing it on your own, hey, you want to come into this heart opening posture with the butterfly legs, you're going to know what version of that posture you love the best. Because we've done this, where we've gone through these gradient expressions of the posture, so you know which one resonated most with you. And maybe you try it again the next time and it doesn't resonate, but you still have other options that you can check into and see which one you're feeling on that day, right? Because we change all the time. We're always going to be feeling into new stuff. Maybe a posture that worked great for you 2 weeks ago, not so much today, right? So just be open to that change, that possibility. Everything's an experiment. Everything's an experiment of just getting to know yourself better, and just not even like know yourself better for what's going to work all the time, but meeting yourself where you're at in each and every moment. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. We like to start with that child's pose posture. So we're going to start there again. So according to whatever we did last week, whatever version of that child's pose posture felt the very best to you, that's what we're going to do today. So coming up on those hands and knees, you're going to take your bolster in between your legs. Knees are wide, glutes are resting on the heels. Hold that bolster, or those blankets or pillows or whatever it is you have handy, as close as you can to you. You're going to drop those hands down in front of those knees. Inhale and lengthen through the spine so that the gaze comes forward. Go ahead and just close your eyes and breathe into the body for a moment. Nice deep breaths. Filling up that body with that prana, that new life energy. And then walking those hands up towards the top of the bolster on your next exhalation, and gently resting one cheek down. Drawing that attention back inside of your own being. And breathing into the body. cool thing about sharing that love with the people around you, witnessing other people. Number one, you're focusing your energy on those things that you want to experience more of. And the more that you personalize that experience by getting to know intimately the energy of that thing by doing it yourself, the more you're going to draw that energy back into your own life experience. So you're doing this for yourself also. You know, we're not just showing that loving energy to everybody around us just to give, 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 give. We're doing it because there is a beautiful reward in that for us as well. It's a beautiful give and take, that natural flow of energy that can come from anything that we're focusing our attention on. And just take a moment and just think about, what does it mean for me to be seen? What are the things that people have said to me that make me feel the most seen, the most appreciated, the most loved, witnessed? And thinking about how you can also share that with people around you. Allowing those experiences to inspire you to share from the gratitude you have of receiving. The more you breathe into the body, the more you want to allow that body to relax fully and completely into those supportive props. Super, super slow and easy. Come back to the breath. Back to the body. Pressing into the palms of those hands, walking them back up towards those knees, dropping the glutes back down onto the heels. We're going to take those legs out from underneath us, and we're going to swing our legs around. We're going to come into our first expression of heart opener, and to do this, we're not going to use any supportive anything at all underneath that bolster. We're going to keep it totally flat for this first heart opener. So we're going to draw those glutes up against the bolster. We're going to lengthen through our legs. Inhale deeply, and then on that exhalation, you're going to release that spine down onto that bolster. Arms are open at the side of the body. Palms of the hands are face up to receive. face down, grounded into the earth, the ground. Just feeling that heart space energy radiating forward. It's so easy to witness others, to allow that heart space resonance to just shine forth, to show other people love, to witness them, to see them when we're in that heart resonance and when we're present. Most of the time, when we're not showing other people love or we're getting wrapped up in life and stuff, it's because we're distracted. We're not present in the moment. We're allowing the thoughts of the past, present, future, whatever it is, our focus is somewhere else instead of right there in that present moment. And when you're totally plugged into the moment, you really do have the ability to see, to witness deeper. Everything around you, including the people, including your animals, the plants, all of the beauty that life has to offer. So closing those eyes and sinking into this posture, feeling that heart resonance shining forward, fully being present in the moment in your own body and feeling into what is in there right now, right in this moment, in that physical and energetic body. Taking that bridge from the breath back to the body. Allowing the breath to become a little bit deeper. Feeling into the sensations of your own being. Coming back to your breath, back to the body. Really, really slow and gentle. I want you to bend the right knee in towards the body, taking that heel towards the glute. You can take your hands to the front of the shin bone of that leg, interlocking those fingers. You can draw yourself upright into a seated position as you pull the sole of the foot down into the earth. We're going to take it a little bit deeper now. So if you have something that you can put underneath this prop that you've been laying on, whether it be a rolled up blanket or a block or whatever it is, but if you have a block, we're going to take it on this low level, so just like this. We're going to place it underneath the top of the bolster, just like so. Make sure it's steady where you draw yourself down. And we're going to take something to place under our knees, so whether it be pillows, you have another bolster, rolled up blankets, whatever it is, you're going to place those knees, drape them over that bolster, ensuring that the glutes are pressed up against the base of the one that you're going to be laying back on. Inhale deeply as you take the gaze forward. Relax those shoulders back and down. And then exhale, releasing the spine down. Allow those hands to fall wherever they may. If you want to place both hands on your belly, you can do that. Or one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Just play with that posture. So there's even exploration within each posture that you can take to make it feel the most comfortable, the most safe, the most relaxing that you can possibly find. And then breathe. Come back to the breath. The most inspirational love that we can show the other people in our lives is when it's super genuine. Not this forced thing of like, oh, I've got to be nice to people, oh, I have to make people feel loved, or oh, I've got to do this like it's a chore, or it's this thing this good deed that's gonna get you one step closer to heaven, or whatever it is. Like, it should not be a chore. This should just be an expression of your own heartfelt radiance. And that takes being present, being genuine, just being real, listening and caring from that genuine place. That's that inspirational love. That's that kind of love that other people feel it, that kind of like witnessing of their own being, and they want to share it. It's that pay it forward thing without being conscious. You just want to make other people feel seen, to feel loved, feel appreciated when you're being witnessed yourself. It's like a really beautiful pyramid. You know, it starts with one person, it drops down. It's like those pyramid schemes, but thank God there's no scheme in this one. You know, we're just sharing from a really genuine place, and then you share with one, people, it affects two, those two affect four. It just keeps on going. And that is a legacy worth living. That is an energy worth shifting and changing and bringing into this time and space. We all need a little bit more encouragement, praise, respect, kindness, consideration, help. So always just make sure you're coming from that really genuine place, because that's when it matters the most. And then it just flows out of you so naturally, you don't even have to try. And you just get to be aware of the beauty of the thing and feel into that warmth that it creates within your own heart. Deepening the breath in the body. Inhaling a little bit deeper through the nose. Exhaling a little bit more fully and completely through the mouth. Taking a couple more deep breaths like this. Cleansing breaths. You're going to kick that bolster or those props out from underneath your legs. Pull one knee in towards the chest, drawing that heel towards the glute, wrapping your hands around the front of the shin bone. Pull yourself upright, allowing the sole of the foot to find the earth. We're going to take this heart opener a little bit deeper now. So if you've got like another pillow underneath or a couple pillows under your supportive prop that you're laying on, we're going to take even more so. So I'm going to add another block here. And this one is going to be higher on the back side. And then dropping that bolster down. Make sure it's nice and stable so that we're really safe here. We're going to come into our butterfly posture this time. So press those glutes up against the base of that bolster. Bend your knees so that the soles of the feet are resting into the earth. Release your spine down onto your bolsters on your exhalation. And then you're going to walk those heels a little bit closer towards your glutes. Pressing the soles of the feet together, you're going to allow your knees to fall to the side. You can take some rolled up blankets or pillows and place them under your knees if you need to support you in this posture. Just listen to your body. If it doesn't feel safe for your legs to hang open like that, make sure you have something supportive underneath those knees, because remember, we don't want to be holding ourselves in our postures in any form or fashion. We want to be totally relaxed in these postures so that the body has its ability to really fully rest and relax, giving it that ability to heal, to restore, and do all the deep work that it needs to be doing without that level of consciousness keeping us here connected to the physical body. Love is not emotions or feelings, as much as we would like to think it is sometimes. We feel the feeling of it and then we relate that to the idea of love. But really what love is attitudes and actions. Those attitudes and actions that seek the best interests of the other person, regardless of how we feel towards him or her. Always wanting the best for that other person, regardless of whether it means that you get to continue to stay connected to them or any of those kinds of things. We have to take our selfish nature out of it and understand that everybody has to do what's best for themselves, and that we should want that for them also. What I've always felt like unconditional love is allowance and acceptance, pure and simple. And I say pure and simple, but those are some of the hardest things to do. Truly allow, truly accept individuals exactly as they are. Doesn't mean I have to spend time with them. That doesn't have to mean I have to socialize or keep a connection there. What it means is I see them for who and what they are, and I'm going to give them the space they need to be in their own truth. That is what a safe space looks like, where we all give each other the ability to be in a safe space, to live in our truth. Doesn't mean we have to agree with each other, any of those things. It's all about allowing and accepting. And some people have forgotten what love looks like. Some people have forgotten what it means to truly be accepted and allowed to exist exactly the way they are in their truth. And it could just take that one experience of being seen, witnessed in their truth, allowed for and accepted, that makes them feel that they have the ability to do that in all of the other aspects of their life. Seeking the best interest for the other person doesn't mean we negate our own best interests at all. It means that we give them the space to do what they need to do to be in their truth. Does not mean that we do it for them, that we create the changes necessary for them for that to occur. It simply means we allow them to be as they are. Deepening the breath. Come back to the deep inhalation through the nose and the exhalation through the mouth. Really, really slowly and gently, taking the hands to the outside of those legs, those knees, just over the knee, never on the joint, and press those legs back together until the soles of the feet find the earth. You can draw one or both knees towards the chest and rock yourself upright into a comfortable seated posture. And we're going to come into our final Shavasana now. So just gather whatever props are necessary for you to find that most comfortable, safe Shavasana posture. And if you feel like playing around with that a little bit today and trying something new, then go ahead and do that. Like explore your postures, try something new. If you don't love it, don't do it again, or you just don't do it that day. You try something different. So just listening to the heart, listening to the body, organizing those supportive props in whatever way you feel like is going to give you the most comfort, the most availability for relaxation, and then drawing yourself down onto your spine for that final Shavasana corpse pose posture. And find your breath. Sinking back into the body, sinking down into the earth now. On every exhalation, feeling that body sinking deeper into the earth as she cradles you in that primordial womb, that place of healing and restoration. And on every inhalation, feeling her rising up to support you, to cocoon you, to keep you secure and safe while you're doing your own deep healing work. The greatest thing that we can do is to help somebody know that they are loved and capable of loving. Inspiration and hope. Be kind and full of love, but have boundaries. Make sure you have safe boundaries. You protect your own interest first. Always first and foremost. Some of the most beautiful exchanges that could occur in your life may not even be with the people that you love the most, that are the highest on your priority list. They could be with perfect strangers in this perfect, beautiful storm of events, these massively unique opportunities, these moments for incredible beauty to occur, all because we were present in the moment, all because we were leading with the heart, all because we were willing to see, to witness, and to share that love. And remembering that that self-love, that's the most important love. To see yourself, to witness yourself and your truth and your beauty of your own being. To speak to yourself with love. To witness yourself with love. Acceptance and allowance. To honor the beauty of your unique expression, your unique truth. Owning your story. Loving yourselves through this life thing, this process of life. It's the bravest thing you'll ever do. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Feeling into the sensation of the inhalation as the body rises up away. And feeling it fall on the exhalation. So grateful for this opportunity to live, to be present, to experience, and to open our hearts. Gently wiggling the fingers and toes. Pressing any of the props out of the way that you might need to. Wrapping the hands around the wrists, ankles around the feet. And taking any of those stretches that are necessary, full body stretch, cat stretches. Feeling into the beauty of your own body. Feeling into the depth of the stretch. Pulling the knees into the chest whenever you're ready and rocking side to side for a moment. And then back and forth until you rock yourself upright into a comfortable seated position. So we can finish our practice today with 3 long Sat Nams. I am truth, truth is my name, truth is my identity. Take those hands in prayer pose, tuck your thumbs into your chest. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and completely. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Namaste. Every time we say that, Sat Nam, Namaste. Sat Nam, I am truth. Namaste, I see the truth in you. I honor that same truth, that divinity, that expression of God energy within your own being as well. So thank you so much for joining me here today and allowing Mr. Brutus and I to send you guys that awesome Reiki energy while y'all were in your supportive postures. I hope you guys enjoyed exploring those heart-opening postures a little bit more and hopefully found one that just really felt amazing to you today. And I just encourage you to come up, the rest of your life with that same playful attitude and just take it like an experiment and figuring out what works, what doesn't work. Take what works and leave the rest behind, I appreciate you guys so much, and I will look forward to seeing you all next time. Have a great week.